Hello everybody. So I'm in the car, as you can see. Today is Monday. Dad's just got back last night. Now he's very tired on Mondays, so then we've got to do the Hatton flight of 21, which is one of the most tiring flights on the network. I mean, he'll drive the boat, but he's still really too tired to do that. So it's much better on Tuesdays. So today I'm going to drop the car ahead about 10 miles to the Foss Road. Very dangerous Foss Road, ancient Roman road. Yeah, so we're going to moor there. I think it's near the HS2 line actually. Yeah. So yeah, 10-mile cycle back. I'll do the same as I did last time. Take you guys with me, do a few little snippets here and there, just keep it quick for you guys. But I'll take you along with me. So firstly, we've got to drive about 23 minutes to there. So let's do that. See you there. Well, that took a lot longer than expected. I was in one of those traffic that was so long that the light went red again by the time I got there. And it was a freeway traffic system at a roundabout. And yeah, I was waiting there for about 10 minutes. So that was fun. And then I just drove underneath a bridge for the HS2. It's making some developments. Yeah, it's getting there. Anyway, I'm here now. And yeah, I'm just gonna set the bike up and we get cycling. Yay. Right, so here we are at, I can't even remember where this place is. Bridge 30, yeah, Bridge 30. Lock, I don't know, a million. There's so many on this canal. And straight away, I probably should have got on the bike down there because there's a massive puddle here. But yeah, GoPro set up. I was going to put on my helmet, but didn't have time to figure out a way of doing that yet. But we've got about 10 miles to go now, guys. We've got to go through Leamington Spa. Then we've got to go through Warwick. And I had to cycle up, yes, up the Hatton Flight 21. Now, I do get to cycle down a few locks actually here, which is good because the canal goes back up once it goes down. And so we'll see. Let's get going. The path's pretty bad here, but I think it does soon get better when we cruise or cycle through Leamington Spa and Warwick. But this is alright. Here's HS2 that's going to cross the canal here. Not much progress in about three years. It's my first on this canal. There's a bump. Ooh. No chance of slipping off here. First lock of about 25, I think. Thank you, mate.
Yeah, good luck. It's not too bad.
Alright then. I've done worse. I did think that tow bar was a bit too good to be true. We just had that recent rain, haven't we? Whoa! Let's stop cycling. Yeah. Woo. The mud guard's about to fall on. Thank you. Oh, lovely daffodils. Oh. Thank you. Appreciate it. Cheers. Take a water break here. This is the beginning of the climb back up the Avon Valley. Oh god. God, this is narrow. cycle route up here. Yeah. Yeah, that's me. No, it's not a float, it's a board.
Good to see you.
You alright?
Yeah. So nice to meet most. Honestly, what a year you've had.
Yeah, I know. Great.
Me and him, and you can have the curry tonight.
Doing some plugs for planting seeds, yeah. The bow? Yeah, that'd be for the bow, yeah. There's some marigolds here. Some might be picked up, me and Mum. There's cornflower seeds there and marigolds there. So that's what you'll see on the bow at some point, guys. The ecoflow. It's got 2 ports for the solar panels. I just had to buy 2 cables. Put the 2, because I've got 2 spare solar panels at the back. 200 watt solar panels. God, that was hard to say. Here's the adapter. It's got a built-in MPP, whatever you call it, MPPT. Shout out to the people who remember when we installed these solar panels on Amy's caravan, which didn't last very long. We just went storing them for some reason. But luckily we still have them because we can use them now.
You got your flea stuff on, yeah. You got your flea stuff on. Yes, for you scratch mummy and daddy.
19 watts are coming in at the moment.
Ew. Oh, you've done it now. Now you can't get your microphone thing back. The cable's in. So
right, just got to wire these up now. See? Red goes into the black. And the black goes into the red. Before you go down there in the comments.
We've tested it.
Have a look at this. I think this is why Dad got them cheap. See? It's actually the positive. Even though it's got the black wire.
Yeah, because when we tested it correctly, it come up as a negative on my machine,
Yeah.
which means that the poles are run the wrong way.
I don't know why.
And they put, all it is exactly the same wire, but they put them in the wrong connectors, so the black's in the positive and the red's in the negative. But
I'm going to put them here.
there's not a lot of sun on those solar panels down there, but there's sun on these. So we're still pulling in power.
But, at this point, it looks like we have an electric boat now, doesn't it?
Oh, yeah. And then we can pull these through rather than drill into the wood, because we don't know if it's going to be a permanent fixture. Because we're probably going to need that in some eventuality. Oh yeah, it's only this stuff, Josh.
What's going on with this?
But that should come. That should take your wire, shouldn't it? Oh, I know. It depends. It's very thin wood, isn't it? There's a little.
Let's take half the boat apart to do this.
I think a lot of people do when they do it, don't they? You're going to come down the back and then just push it against the wires, or? I guess that's a yeah.
Going over here where we drew a hole in this cupboard and it ran down and underneath down there. Then we have the box here. I had to get the 2 wires through here. It took ages to do that, and now we're just run it along. Oh, that's good. Run it behind there. There we go. It's about 10 past 4. And it gets dark in about an hour and 50 minutes, or I don't know, maybe an hour and a half. No, 2.5 hours. We're going to split the cruise up. We're just going to do 10 locks today.
Yes, because I hate Hatton.
Otherwise we'd have to do like 25 tomorrow in one day, and 10 miles. Yeah, so we're going to split it up. We're just going to go through this evening. There is a boat heading up. I just seen with the drone footage. It's brilliant.
Which is fantastic news, because these are double locks, guys. So
Not all, but not all the flight is on our side, because there was a boat that went down.
The trouble is, they're pistons, aren't they, these? So they take ages.
Oh God, yeah, I don't like them, guys.
Piston
I really
locks.
hate them. It's widened about 50 times to get that stupid little pole.
She won't stop whining about the
Fish
whining.
just jumped down here.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
I've just seen him.
Being chased by a pike, that means. Try and get out the water.
So we're just filling
That's Indy scrapping.
I think
He's
the
scrapping
cat's
as
trying
well.
to get out.
I cycled up
Yes.
the flight this morning and they had only just started about 12:30 and yeah, here we are at almost 4:30 and
This is Andy's come home with this lanyard, and it's funny
Because I
because
always
She
worry
will love
about
it.
her with her phone in her teeth at the locks, or she leaves her phone on the lock beam, you know.
the two lovely Mary and Richard that we met a couple of days ago, they had these. So, but
I was laid in bed at work and I thought, is there anything I could get her that could go around her neck and make it a bit safer?
Oh, yeah.
So
How you
that
doing?
was it.
Right.
yeah, you.
That's what I did.
So this is the UK Canal map. We are down here at the top of Hatton Flight in Warwickshire on the Grand Union Canal. We'll firstly make our way halfway down the Hatton Flight, more up in between for the night, and then we will set sail again in the morning for Warwick. We'll then head through Warwick over the River Avon and into Leamington, where we'll stop off and do some shopping before heading to Radford, where we'll reach the next locks, which will then take us back uphill to Bascote, making the cruise 10 miles and a whopping 33 locks. So this is Hatton Flight, a flight of 21 locks, and otherwise known as the Stairway to Heaven, as it rises the canal 148 feet. It was opened way back in 1799, but looked way different than it does now. You see, originally this wasn't the Grand Union Canal, it was the Warwick and Birmingham Canal, which was a narrow gauge canal. You see, the original Grand Union Canal went from London to Braunston, but it wasn't until 1928 that the Regent's Canal, who owned the Grand Union Canal, bought the Warwick and Knapton Canal and the Warwick and Birmingham Canal. However, the Grand Union Canal was built as a wide canal, and they wanted to continue this all the way to Birmingham, so you could get wide beams from London to Birmingham. However, the locks were of course narrow on the Warwick and Birmingham Canal. So they passed an act in 1931 that would allow them to modernise the canal. So then, alongside all of the locks on the canal was new wide beam locks to allow wide beams to come through. They also dredged the canal to 5 feet 6 inches, but I can tell you it is not that deep now. They also increased the width of the canal to 26 feet. This would enable 2 wide beam boats to pass each other. The works on locks were completed in 1934. The Grand Union Canal had a number of wide beam boats built to take advantage of the improvements, but they never really caught on, and it was mostly operated by pairs of narrowboats. It's always surprised me that they even did these upgrades to this canal, because at this point in time in the 1930s, most of the canals were actually going abandoned, and a lot of them have been abandoned by then, and only 10 years later, relatively, all of them were abandoned. The Grand Union was really one of the last ones to hold on, that and the BCN, and it didn't take long until 1948 when the Grand Union Canal was nationalised, and commercial traffic did manage to stick on to around the 1970s, but I can tell you it was not profitable. But what happened to the old narrow locks? Well, unfortunately, I don't think they were used alongside them, because there had to be somewhere for the water to go. That is exactly what the old chambers were used for the narrow locks. They were used as weirs, the overflow weirs into the next pound.
Majority of the time, yeah. I love the space for it. Wide beam. Do you have the wide beam when you? No, she's told us about it last.
Maybe a middle.
I'll do all the work.
I suppose you could do that. Just did 16 locks.
Oh.
Yeah, instead of 10. Because I realised, well, firstly someone was more, we wanted some more. But then I realised, oh, the railway's right there. So we should go down a few more and get away from it.
You know what I'm like with the rail. It's alright not having the train, but I've got this weir and I can I'll probably hear that all night. So like sleep, I wish I
Yeah, so, yeah, we're just going to do the last few tomorrow.
Yes.
Saves us
Oh, I
tomorrow.
didn't realise we'd done 16. Oh,
Yeah.
that's good.
Wasn't as
So
hard
I've
as
only
you
got
thought,
9 to do tomorrow. Well, it is. It's just.
Sure. See you tomorrow. The next morning we're up and out bright and early, and let's continue the Hatton flight and finish it. Here we are. We've finally reached the last lock on the Hatton flight. Let's get it over and done with. Done Hatton flight.
Yes.
Over with. But there's still more locks than Hatton flight on the canal. 26 to go until we get to Norton Junction.
Another 5, but this morning.
Not Norton, Napton.
This morning it was pouring at about 8 o'clock. It was pouring down. I said to Josh, "Oh, we're not going anywhere yet." And I tell you what, by like 9 o'clock, it had gone over and it's beautiful again.
Yeah.
Which is really nice.
Worked out alright. And just as we got to the last lock, the volunteers show up. But they just went on Sundays and Mondays for some reason. That's their days off.
Ah.
But so yeah, we missed them, which is annoying, but it's alright because they wouldn't have been around anyway at 4 o'clock yesterday.
No, I think they probably would have gone home then. Probably 10 till 4, I expect they do.
But they say it's unusually quiet at Hatton, and I thought that as well. We were last here in May last year and it was really busy, but that's of course May's going to be busy.
Season's only just sort of started,
Yeah.
really, isn't it?
Anyway, we've still got, like Mum said, a few more to do. Got a couple locks to do in a minute, and then we've got a big break, and then we've got a few more when we start going back uphill again.
Yeah, so come down, go up.
That down there is a private little arm where the Warwick and Birmingham Canal used to terminate or started from, and you can actually moor down there, but you do have to pay, but it is secure and has really good access to Warwick, so you can go and see the castle and stuff. We're now coming on to the Warwick and Napton Canal. This canal obviously goes to Napton Junction and was built separately. Wow, well that didn't last long, did it? About a mile! And we've got more locks already. Just 2 more, which just send us down to the lowest point of this canal. But we caught up with the guys who recognised me at the top of Hatton Flight after the cycle yesterday, and they're going to be sharing the lock with us. We've now actually got a few miles without any locks. Yes, this canal has a lot of locks, but we do actually have a respite, but not for long, before we have to start ascending back up the valley the other side. And we're now passing through the lovely market town of Warwick. Humans have lived here since the Neolithic period. It was also home to some Romans too, but it's been continuously inhabited since the 5th century. It was in the 10th century when a shire was founded here and Warwick would be the county town. Of course, its most famous feature is Warwick Castle, which we will talk about later. We're actually heading through part of the town which isn't so nice. It kind of gives a bad idea of what Warwick is really like, and I have actually walked in Warwick myself, but I know it is a beautiful place. We just didn't have time to do it this time. The canal was of course not directly built straight through the town, so everything that built around the canal was to do with the canal, and when the canal went bust, pretty much all the buildings went derelict too, leaving it to be, thanks to the urban decay, one of the less nicer areas of the town. Without a doubt, Warwick's #1 tourist attraction is Warwick Castle, of course, and I was planning on going to have a look at it this time, but like I say, we just didn't have time. Got a tight schedule to keep up, unfortunately. It's a medieval castle developed from a wooden fort, originally built by William the Conqueror during 1068. The original Morton Bailey Castle was rebuilt in the 12th century during the 100 Years' War. Then it was used as a stronghold until the early 17th century, when in 1604 it was converted into a country house. It was owned by the Earls of Warwick until 1978, when it was bought by the Tussard Group, who were then purchased by Blackstone Group and merged with Merlin Entertainment. Merlin Entertainment continued to operate the lease. It was built on an outcrop of sandstone above the River Avon. And here we are, crossing over the River Avon on an aqueduct. This is why the canal has so many locks, because it has to cross over the Avon Valley, which needs to come down very low and then back up the other side of it. Now, this is the same Avon that is navigable out Stratford that we did in the autumn last year. Now there are plans one day to hopefully make it navigable all the way up to Warwick and to join it to the Grand Union Canal. Time will tell if that happens, but that would be great if it does. Avid viewers will know this is where I crashed my drone into the tree. That ain't happening this time. I didn't get nowhere near the bugger. We now go over another aqueduct which takes us over the railway. Just around this bend is a very handy Lidl's. Now, we don't usually shop at Lidl's. You'll hear Mum moaning about it later. We usually shop at Aldi's, but it would mean we have to drive back, and to save diesel we might as well just shop at Lidl's. But in the end we really didn't save any money because we spent more, because it's more expensive. The usual arguments in while shopping.
But look how much they are. £67
As soon as we finished shopping, we got back on the boat and me and Dad continued cruising while Mum put all the shopping away. We've now made it back into the countryside, and that is Radford Semmel up on the hill there, but this does mean we'll be coming to our first lock again soon. But dead ahead, there was something in the canal, right in the middle almost. And it was a sunken boat. When me and Mum came through last spring in May, we actually saw this boat on the other side through the bridge where it's usually moored up. Now, we did see a Facebook post a couple of weeks after we passed through of someone saying that the boat looked like it was taking on water. Now, somehow, it drifted its way through the bridge hole and sunk in the middle of the channel. I don't know exactly how that happened, but it has been sunk for over half a year now, in the middle of the canal almost. And I can't help but thinking, would it have been moved sooner if it was in the centre of the canal? And how long is it going to be here? Are they just going to leave it to rot, the CRT? But now we begin our ascent back uphill with almost an equal amount of locks to take us back up the hill to Napton Junction, where we join the Oxford Canal. Oh, here comes the rain. What a shame. Z4M in red. Oh my god, lovely. For those who don't know, before I moved on the boat, I used to have a lovely Z4 Roadster, and they're my dream attainable car. It's one of the things I miss most about my old life, and one day I will have another one. Oh my god. Surprisingly enough, and thankfully, we actually managed to catch up with the boat that we shared the locks with earlier. You see, they're one of the boaters who are actually sane and stop for lunch. We're one of the boaters that just eats lunch on the go. But thankfully they did, because that meant we could catch up with them and share the locks. Here's where HS2 will cross the canal. Yeah, very controversial subject, so I won't say much more about it. Well, as you can see, this is where the car is and where we were supposed to moor, but I said to Mum, we might as well carry on up to Bascote, so we can do the next 5 locks with the other boat, meaning I don't have to do them all on my own. Instead there will be 4 of us working the lock instead of just me. It made sense, but it would make the cruise longer and 5 more locks.
Up to the lock gates then.
Yeah. I'm always thinking like, oh, am I going to use the GoPro for this? Yeah. Or am I going to use the phone? The last two locks here at Bascote is a staircase. Now this is the only one on this canal. And just be warned, the paddles to empty the top chamber into the second chamber are the toughest on this canal. They are heavy and they take almost twice the amount of winds to get it fully up.
Pick me up at the bridge.
You, Andy, come on. I want to get indoors.
I've had enough of this. God.
God.
So we've made it now to Bascote. This is not where we were going to moor. We're going to moor at Welsh
Yeah, so we've done
Welsh Road.
4 more locks.
It was already too much.
Exhausted.
Yeah.
They're horrible.
You do realise they did Lapworth and Hatton yesterday.
I know. Good luck to them.
Yeah. Because I ain't doing that. I did. No, it was funny though. When we came down Letworth, I said to Mum, "We're going to do Hatton today," and remember her reaction.
Yeah, I don't like it. I just don't. I tell you what, I was just.
You did the longest one as well today, on the staircase. The bottom ones are even longer, aren't they?
Yeah, it's just. You just honestly, you don't think you're going to get to the end of it. Why?
She didn't. The lock was empty by the time she finished.
Yeah. I'm very slow at them because it just takes so long. It's horrible. And then you have to do it back the other way. So it's like 30 one way, 30 back the other way on each. Yeah.
Good arm work.
So most of the time, that's why we only undo one paddle.
Yeah. And they fill so quick and empty so quick, don't they? So
yeah.
There's no point.
But I'm glad I'm glad it's over with.
She hasn't got to do any more of these older Warwick and Birmingham Canal ones.
I don't mind doing locks. I don't mind doing locks at all. But
I've got 14 left to do, haven't I?
Yeah, but they're not like that, are they?
What do you mean?
Not with the little pole thing.
Yeah, of course they are. It's
Oh
the same
God.
canal until we get to Napton.
Well, that's all right. It's me and you, and I'll be doing the boat, so I can have a rest.
Got 14 more to do. They're going to do that today, I think.
They're going to break it back, aren't they? And do
Probably not.
They're taking their boat to Croppedy eventually. They've come from Church because it's a share boat, so called Shadow, and they've done from Church on Saturday. They started.
Oh,
And
Saturday?
yeah, Saturday started.
That's the day we went down, right?
I don't know, but that's when they started Saturday.
Oh, yeah, they're
And,
behind us, weren't they?
Yeah, and they're hoping to get there like Thursday, I think. Properly,
God.
but I don't know.
Good luck to them.
It's only 2 more days, isn't it? So I doubt they get. I don't know.
So yeah, we're going to moor here for Wednesday, and then me and Mum are going to get going Thursday, and then Anne we're going to cruise Friday because we need to get Mum to Long Buckby so she can get the train.
Oh yeah, Friday I've got the train. I'm going down 3:20 train on Friday.
I thought she was going to get the train
to go and see.
She's got to go back up to Coventry.
I'm going to see Luke, Libby, George, and Eden, and I'm going to have Mother's Day with them. So that'd be nice.
Nice straight bit so people can see you and slow down before go on tick over.
They might do. You don't know. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Like, subscribe, and we'll see you all
Check out
next
the merch.
time. Yeah, the breach merch. I might have to buy some actually.